What up, everybody? It is episode 6 of the -6 challenge, where I try and shoot -6 through 12 holes at my home course. Guys, if you listened to episode 8 of my podcast, I played a recent event and changed putters just after it, and this is the test of changing that new putter. So you're going to see a new putter in the bag, but first up, we've got the obviously daunting first hole here at Cultus Lake, which was playing 200 yards, a little bit into the wind, and we executed this absolutely perfect today, which was rare because we normally don't, and we definitely don't birdie this hole, so that was an amazing way to start it off. Hole number 2 here, this was playing a little shorter because they moved the tee box up. We had a front pin, and this just hit and spun back a little to the left side of the green, which left us with this for birdie, and we convert that too. So the new putter, first time going back in, very spicy. Third hole here, the nemesis hole, where I typically always push it right, and this was absolutely perfect 5-iron, basically same distance as the first hole. Great trajectory, great everything, and we have this to get to 3 under through 3. And it just snakes at the end. I could not believe it. I thought it was going to be 3 for 3 on the first couple holes. Anyway, hole number 4, we are 2 under through 4 now, and this is the tightest par 4 in all of Canada. And we just hit a beautiful 3-iron down the right-hand side, which leaves us with 140 to this front pin location. And this, again, was a beautiful 9-iron, just right at it, just short, and that left us with this right to left putt to get to 3 under through 4. And the putter is hot. The putter is hot. 5th hole here, and we rip driver. I wasn't sure if this was going to stay right the whole time, and it just did. It caught the wind and was perfect. Just up the left-hand side, which left us with this little chip. And I've been working on my chips a ton with my coach, Max. Very excited with this result. Almost got it in, about a couple inches away, which left us with a tap-in to go 4 under through 5. Which, guys, is today the day? Like, are we doing 6 under through 12? Well, we have the par 5 here, and they moved the tees up, and I was trying to sling a 4-iron around the corner and just left it out to the right, which left us with this layup shot. The wind was really swirly. It was super weird, and didn't have the greatest footing or lie and everything. Thought, you know what, let's just get it up there and give ourselves at least a look, which left us with this wedge from just over 30 yards, and thought it was going to hit that hill a little more and come closer to the hole. It did not, but that's fine. It leaves us with this putt, which is definitely going to snake a ton, and it just snakes a little too much. Just a little. So we settle for par on the par 5, which is unfortunate because that's usually a hole where we can pick one up almost every time. We have the short 7th hole here, and just flared this a touch. Not brutal in terms of distance because we're actually pin high, just in terms of direction, not the most ideal, and pulled this putt a touch, just a little bit, and left actually a little more work for my par putt than I would have enjoyed, especially considering it's just a little slopey there, but that's fine. We clean that up. Hole number 8 here, front right pin. We have 90 yards and just hit this really, really nicely, just going over the bunker, and it spun back a ton on top of the fringe there, which left us with a dicey right to left putt, and this snakes as well. So unfortunate to not capitalize on those 2 short par 3s or the par 5. So we're hoping here on the short par 4 9th that we're going to at least make something happen. And we just flare this a little too much, and it catches the right edge and bounces into the trees, which means we have to punch out. So now that gives us 2 putts to get up and down for par and get out of here. And I guess just not being familiar with this putter, I just absolutely gassed this and left this in a pretty brutal spot because this is a downhill, very slidey putt. It's just not fun, and I did not convert. So we give up a shot after being 4 under through 5. We are now 3 under through 9 with 3 to play. We've got the par 4 10th. Trying to go over the trees a little here, and just absolutely roasted this. And this actually went absurdly far through the hole entirely onto the next fairway, which means we had to chip through this little gap here to the flag, which thankfully we were able to get through, but it left us a little too long of a putt that we would have liked to try and see if we can get a birdie going. And this one just did not take the break as I had intended. So disappointing stretch of holes here. The last 5 holes, we just have not made anything happen and made our life harder and worse, which is not great. 11th hole, trying to create some magic here, bringing out the driver, smoke driver, but it goes dead straight. And you're going to see it takes a horrific bounce. So it hits a tree basically as hard as it can and kicks way right into the opposing tree area. So I have to punch out here to the front edge of the green, which leaves me with a little 60-degree, little low runner that I bump in there, which we're going to clean up and get up and down for par, which is fine. But now we've pretty much run out of opportunities to shoot -6 today. So going into the 12th hole, they've actually pushed up the tees here because they're doing some construction work. It was dead into the wind. So I hit this little punch hybrid to try and get it up there under the wind. Just ends up a touch short on the left-hand side. But because we've been working on that short game, this was actually a pretty straightforward chip. Brought it in there nice and low, ran it up to the hole. And that's going to leave us with a very straightforward putt to get to 4 under par. So that's 4 under for this round. Guys, I don't think I've ever shot a more disappointing 4 under par. This is hilarious because, 4 under would be something I would be super pumped about. But seeing the start I had and the way I was hitting the ball, I just thought for sure this round was going to be it. And unfortunately just made some unfortunate errors and didn't capitalize on some certain spots. But with that being said, definitely pumped with where everything is trending. If -4 is going to be disappointing, then I am more than happy with that. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you on the next one.